Something that I was aware about a number of years ago is what you know what bickering is, right? Bickering. We used to, when I was a child growing up, we call it splitting hairs. You know what splitting hairs is between electrons, protons, and neutrons, right? Or bifurcation of the hemisphere, right? And how that relates to a quad function, a four-way intersection, or if you will, four arrows on the inside of a planetary motherboard. So you could actually do the math on this a number of years ago. I did it back when I was about 13 or 14 years old. On a planetary level, when you begin to realize how things accelerate when it comes to a formation of consciousness and biochip stuff. So in this particular instance, you could say the acceleration of gamers. You know what a game is, competition, one between the other, right? And how the numbers work with alternating currents, right? And feeding off of those that are souls connected to direct current, right? And how an inverter works in a black hole system. So you can see as the technology, as the DARPA crap was being rolled out for consciousness to run, right, a deadlight magnet visual mathematical information system, right, to play games online. So you can see the acceleration of folks to spend more time running their consciousness through a deadlight magnet playing games, war games, one against the other, an opponent. So who's the opponent? The AI is. So when it knows how you make all your moves, right, between alternating currents, it can predict their moves because it can map using the quantum probability function of game theory what your future move is going to be. And it will outflank you, so to speak, make a counter move, which keeps your consciousness, your soul consciousness, trapped in the game till your soul's gone. Okay? That's the truth of it. And so when you see how that works with biochips and you realize how many gamers there are, right, that are playing online games, where do you think they're getting that energy from to play that game with the AI? Us. So that was sort of a message to sort of kick a girl in the pants. Remember that old when we used to kick somebody in the pants? Hey, wake up. That's a wake-up call for Dr. Mummy Saraki, okay, and Wake Up Africa, when she talked about, hey, we didn't ever call ourselves tribes. Now we got the native tribes and the tribes and the clans, right? I'm going, man, we're back to splitting hairs, huh? And now what we really got to do, Dr. Mummy Saraki, is how much do you know about building a planetary motherboard and the language of light, the language of frequencies and vibration? Aloha, Kamalati. Mua. So that the sounds, the spoken sounds, match the intent of the soul, right? Because we can take a T and we can go bribes, tribes, and get into all the alphabet soup of how much I've covered about the language, okay, and rearranging the deck chairs on the Atlantic using letters, fire letters, and rearranging them to say certain words. Tribes, bribes, and all like duck, puck, muck, rucksack. Because now they all have different meanings to different people. I can walk up to 10 different people and get 10 different definitions of what they think a tribe is. And that would be the same for a lot of things based on what they learned through experience. The language of DNA, which is the language of math and geometry. Now we're back to balance, right? So I mentioned this a few years ago to a few folks in the native bands. Okay, I refer to them as bands. Okay, bands, right? Bands, color bands, frequency bands, radio sets. right? DNA radio sets, software radio sets, bands, the bands. And actually, tribes used to be known as bands. Hey, that tribal band, that band. And a band, right? A B and an A, or if you will, a band has another meaning. A band. A band plays music. The band width, the width of the wave, is musical spirit, the spirit in the radio. Ra D I O. Ra. Ra. Right? Ra. Remember in football in the olden days? Ra, ra, ra. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Ke, kaha. Kamehameha. Right? Ha, na, le. I know this is one of the reasons why I love to be silent. Actually, I love peace and quiet. Telepathic communication. Shh. Silence is golden fire, the eternal fire of an eternal sun, the still point of silence. Silent running. Have a good night.